Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there, and he's sitting around just looking. Okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music, and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Well, then it was like, he wants to hang out with you next week, and I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. Oh,
bro.
Okay, now I get it. So now no more communication.
What's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor. I just want you to know that you watching You Just Got Juiced reactions. Don't forget, you got the juice now.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy You Just Got Juice, and we are back at it again with another reaction video. Before we get started today, I just wanted to say thank you for helping me reach 763 subscribers. I just started doing this channel on January 1st. It was part of my New Year's resolution, and I feel as though for it to be 4 months, I'm almost able to be monetized once I get 1,000. So thank y'all for helping me grow in such a fast time. Today I ran across this video. I was about to go to sleep, and I was just scrolling down YouTube, and I seen a video that said Terrence Howard was on a podcast, and he was talking about how Diddy tried to take his manhood. So we're going to dive deep into this video, see what they're talking about, get my reaction to it, and see what y'all got to say about it in the comment section. So without further ado, let's get started.
There's a short life in
why do you think that is with the creative side?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
Come on, man. You know what he's talking about. Your man card, your man virginity, your man of cookies, man. And then it kind of makes sense because when you think about the people that are on the drugs, like a lot, and then you think about the stories that have been, like the stories that have been linked with them. Like prime example, Justin Bieber. I mean, you look at Justin Bieber now, and then you hear the rumors about what happened, and then you start to put everything together, man. And then the video of him giving Odell Beckham fellatio in the club. So again, it's just like that was on the internet, bro. So you cannot live that down. So you got to do drugs to cope with it. So yeah, I agree with him on this.
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it.
Like I'm and then what's the other guy? Is it Corey Feldman? That dude that always singing and stuff, man. Like, man, that's another example of it. Like, man, think about it, man. Like, man, just think about everybody on TV that you see, or like from the past and stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if like Charlie Sheen, like when he was going through that rant. Look, it's you got it. Look, I'm gonna put it past nobody. Like I said, once you get to the Hollywood scene, then you start mixing them drugs, and then you want to, especially like when you was an actor or somebody like popular, and then you start falling off, and then you gotta do what you gotta do to stay afloat. Man,
That was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
maintain your
Man,
manhood.
I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head.
See,
They can't
I
get it
just
out of
said
their
that.
head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy.
Yeah, man, and then he got married, and then you got to explain that to your wife, and your wife always gonna look at you, even though she marries you, she always gonna have that thought in the back of her head.
And that's the thing
You
that
was on your
hurts them the
knees.
most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
You know, a lot of people think this man crazy, and I was just talking about this the other day. Who was saying? It was the same story about people think he said a lot of crazy stuff. Oh, Kanye. You know, it's like, man, but if you listen past the bullshit, and man, but they be saying some valuable things, man.
What was the
Hell
consequences
yeah.
when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman.
That's crazy.
When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit, because the man card means everything.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen, we've talked about it. We've had a lot of the guys on to talk about this stuff. Are you done with Hollywood because of
No,
this specific reason?
I'm still working. I still, You know, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do, and that's why I have all the patents. Whether they evaluate it or not, that's up to them. But I've done the work and finished it. Now I can go on and do whatever else we need to do. Hi, everyone. My name is Terrence Howard.
Damn. But yeah, I mean, again, it's just like Corey Holcomb. It's like, if you're not going to bend the knee, you can only work with a certain amount of people. And when you say the chitlin circuit, I mean like those B movies and that Tubi stuff, and you know, every once in a while, like not all Tubi, but you know, like that stuff like Sylvester Stallone be doing. It's like, you know, it's like, it's not the mainstream media, but it's still a project. But you know, I mean, I don't know if he saved his money or not, or whatever. But hopefully he's in a good position. But yeah, I believe him, and then he said it, so that's coming from his mouth. So if he lying, then he's going to get sued. But since he said it, I got to go for the word. So I'm gonna take it as that. But how do y'all feel about this, and how do y'all feel about the industry? Y'all think everybody that's hard on drugs probably been molested, or can I say that on YouTube? I don't know. I'm still learning, but probably had some problems or something like that, and that's probably why they coping with the drugs. I think so, especially with that Justin Bieber thing. So without further ado, once again, thank y'all for helping me reach 763 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, and leave a comment or like, and I'll catch you guys later. And don't forget, you guys got the juice now, and we are out.